Hey, it's Chloe of Save the Victory Roll. How's everybody doing today? Fantastic, I hope. Today we are going to be playing with some of my Beautylish Lucky Box for 2022. So, spoiler alert, some Charlotte Tilbury to create this eye look. So if that is something you're into, you're in the right place. And yeah, I hope you keep on watching. Hey, is everybody ready to play with my Beautylish Lucky Bag purchases from this year? So we are going to be using for the eyes, the Instant Eye Palette Smoky Eyes Are Forever. We're going to use that. We are going to play with the Wayne Gloss. Say that 10 times over. And then we are going to be brave and let's try this Danessa Meyerowitz Color Fix Glazes because they say it's good for eyes, lip, and cheeks. So let's try playing it with it on our cheeks because this looks like this would make a nice blush color. Then I also decided that I think because the biggest item in here is the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that I got last year for my lips. And then I've been having in my project pan, I've been focusing on this highlighting one. So we're going to use that too. So try to keep it a good chunk of Charlotte Tilbury, some other stuff mixed in. So I've already done my base, so I have my bronzer. I've been playing with the Primark bronzer that I got from Sylvia Monroe. She sent me as part of my Secret Santa. She did have to tell me she was my Secret Santa when after like about 6 weeks I still hadn't had a package, but it did come after about 8 or 9 weeks, but it came. So anyways, I have a video on that and catching up on my budget buy, no buy, and project pan, which the foundation is the NARS, which is part of my project pan, as well as the powder that I use. And I'm still kind of figuring out to this bronzer, but it does smell really nice using the KVD brow powder as I'm panning that as well. So to start our eye look, let's go with my Kaleidos Tone Activated liner. And then I was been healing my nails since December when they started breaking off. I noticed that they were very fragile underneath. So I started healing them. So I had nothing on them, but they were looking terrible. They're almost healed. But then I discovered these Lily and Fox nail wraps and I quite like them. They sent up me this extra set for me to play with them and they've been doing really well. So I can't wait to use the fun ones that I bought. All right, I left my other mirror, so we're gonna have to use this mirror. All right, which it is beautiful. It's my melt mirror. I love this mirror. I wish though that when brands did mirrors as part of collections, it would be nice if they did one that was more of a close-up mirror so you can do more closer eye looks with it, because I definitely don't see that as well up close, as you'll know when I try to read names off of things without glasses. So anyways, we've got our primer on. Again, I really like this primer. It changes to the color of your eyelid, which is great. So it doesn't really interfere with how colors play, like if you put a white one on. And then I think I'm going to, because I love doing higher up wings, so I'm going to play with my Sephora tape. I'm kind of obsessed with this. So the amount I take off is actually how you spell Sephora, and then that usually ends up being a long enough piece that I can do on my eye. Okay, doing it on screen is tough. Okay, so we're gonna go do it out to here, I think, and then let's just match that up on the other side. Hopefully this won't be an epically long video. There's only a few products we're playing with, but so I think lean it a little bit more. So I think that's, looks like more of an angle on one, but I have one eye that is a little bit more droopy. So I think I got it. Alrighty, so this is what the package looks like on the outside. And then, whoops, these plastic things with kind of instructions, the 1, 2, 3, but we won't bother with that today, I don't think. And then just so I don't blind you, here is the color story there, which I think is really, really lovely. And then yeah, if I throw this on here, it darkens the light and you can actually see what it really looks like. A lot of times when I've seen them posted, they look way, way lighter than they are. So we've got love eyes, powder eyes, happy eyes, and confident eyes if I wanted to stick to a color story, or I can just play as I want. So I think what I want to do is I want to play with power eyes. Of course I do, because it's the greens. Then I want to add a little bit of the black and test out the Charlotte Tilbury black. I have one small Charlotte Tilbury palette, which is the Rebel palette, and that's all I own in eyeshadow palettes. And I really like the Rebel one a lot, but it's all greens. So, and then we're also going to be playing with, mostly I'm going to try and use all these unit brushes that I got. And I was so excited that I got eye brushes. I have enough face brushes, but you can never have too many eye brushes. So let's start first with this kind of fluffy one here. This is the, see if I can read this. It is the 309. So we're going to start with the unit 309, and then we're going to go into the black. I don't think any of these, do they have, yeah, they don't have names, just their, for each color, they just have for their row. Okay, so I used to never be one of those people where I felt that a black was important because I didn't quite understand how to really work with blacks, but I'm starting to really be in that fan club. And so far, this is pretty good. I know some people like them to go as pitch as possible right away. I don't. I like them when they go on with color, but I still need to build them up a teeny bit, especially if you want to smoke them out a bit more, have it a bit more smoky. I'm trying, I put my base on, so I'm trying not to make a mess either. I've already got some on my bottom line. Oh well, I'm not really, don't think I'm going anywhere today. At most, it's to pick up maybe some water. I've been addicted to, it's a brand here called Bubbly, or Michael Bublé likes to try and say it's Bublé, but it's just a flavored fizzy water that has no calories. I just really like the taste. It gets me to drink more water. So there we go. This black goes on super nice. I originally thought maybe we could do 2 different colored eyes, which we still could. Just do them both with a black wing, because that is my jam. So I want to say this black is pretty successful. I think this looks really good, and then you can still really build it up as you go along. But so far what I can see, this is looking really good. All right, so what do we want to do for another color? So again, that was the unit 309. So we were talking about that we wanted to do the greens. So for that one, it's 1 matte and 2 shimmers, which seems to be the majority of them are 2 shimmers and 1 matte, except for the Confident Eyes, which is a brown, a black, and a pink. So let's, Okay, let's then do as a base and to blend out, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. This is the 310, and I'm going to go into the neutral shade that's in front there of the Power Eyes. So we use the black from the Confident Eyes, and now we're going to use the neutral shade from the Power Eyes. And we're just going to, so we can have a bit of a base for the shimmer. Forgot to, oh no, I do have a spray. Forgot the spray I normally use for shimmers, but I have my Morphe spray here, so I'll use that. So this goes on super pigmented and brown. This is really nice. So maybe we'll use the darker greeny brown as the shimmer, and then in the inner corner, use the bright green one. I think that's what we'll do. All right, so then I'm going to take the floofiest brush of the lot, and then this is the 307 with nothing on it. We're just going to do a little bit of a blend just so it doesn't look like a harsh line. Probably have to add a little bit more black. But now I can really see, because like I said, I only have that one quad that I really like. And actually, the Rebel quad was reissued, and a lot of people said they didn't like the first quad, but they like the second quad better. I can't speak to the second one, but I do like the color story of the first one better, and I had no problem with the formula. I really liked it. But just using this really quickly, I can see why people like the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow formula. I love her setting spray, is my favorite setting spray. I love her bronzer. It's my favorite powder bronzer. I love, love the lipsticks. I have a crap ton of those. Foundation I really like as well, the one that I tried. So it's nice to play with a few more other products. So there we go. So then I'm going to use for the shimmer, of course, I'm going to use a more dense brush. And then, yeah, we're going to go into this one there. So it's kind of the more brownie green. Well, we'll see. Or maybe it is a brown. We'll see once we put the shimmer on our eye. And then we're just going to give it a little bit of spray so we can give it its best life. Yeah, this is definitely more of a brown than a green. And the shimmers definitely aren't as bright as like a Kaleidos shimmer or an Odin's Eye, but it's still really nice. So I can definitely see these palettes, besides color stories wise, formula wise, being palettes that everybody would want to do for daytime looks, and then maybe for elegant smoky evening looks. Usually not much of a neutral palette gal, but this one has it. I'm actually really happy to get this one, and of all the ones that she's released in these bigger palettes, I think this is the color story I like the most because it has some pink, it has some green, black is doing really good. So there we go. So there's that shimmer there. That's pretty nice. And then let's go again and let's intensify the black. Oh, and then this one was it 308? Yes, so that was the 308. All right, so let's just go back into, which one did we use for the black? That was the 309, right? Yes, so let's just go back into that one. And then again, let's just intensify the black again a little bit, bringing it back down. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit more intense. I'm going to bring it, I was going to do a thinner wing, but I think I'm just going to darken the outer edge a little bit more. I think I like that. So what do we think? Yep, the darker edge, right? Yeah. All right, so let's just go take off our tape here. See how that's looking. See how it makes such a nice sharp edge. I mean, a really good brush, you can do that too, but I don't always have the steadiest of hands. So there we go. That looks really good. I like this. Alrighty, and then we were talking about we wanted to do for the inner part the lighter green shade. So that's this middle one right there. And then we're going to take the smaller brush that we had the brown on, and then we're just going to go and clean in our color switch. I've had this thing for years. And then we'll go into that green. Let's give it a spray. And let's see how that looks on the inner corner. Ooh, nice. Probably a thinner brush would be a little bit better, but this is really, yeah, that's really, really pretty for the inner corner. All right, so let's just do the bottom lash line, and that's just going to quickly, I'm just going to use this flat brush here. I'm going to go and use a little bit of the black. I'm going to spray that as well. Like that. And then and then we'll use that brown for the front part. part that we used on top. Nice intense look. It's got some nice shimmer. All right, so that's that. So now let's try a little bit of the Danessa Myricks glaze. So that's in that color there. I'm going to start by putting a little bit on my hand. It seemed to blend out really nice. I've only tested it so far on my hand, so if it's sticky, I can powder it or put another blush on top. And then I'm going to use the sponge, I think, and then I'm just going to dip into there. Maybe dip that out a little bit more. You can see with that kind of color there. And then let's see if we can, ooh, that goes on pretty intense. So then let's take a part with none of the color and see if we can blend this in. I've only ever tried one other product before, which I need to play with some more. It didn't go as well as I wanted it to the first time. I got it to work, but I don't do a lot of super pink eye look, so I should have maybe picked a different color when I tried it, but I think maybe next time I should try a brush, maybe. Do I have one here? Oh, I have a fluffy blush brush. Let me try that. See if I can blend that in a little bit more. Yeah, that's not too bad. Again, it's one of these, you know, like a cream blush. It just needs a little bit more of me to play with it. All right, so now we can finish this up uninterrupted. Yeah, so this blends out really nice. You just got to be a little bit more careful, I think, with placement. I by accident tapped a little bit too low, but using this soft brush, this has definitely helped. So yeah, that is a pretty color, and it does blend out pretty well. So yay. So first I was kind of on the fence of this product, but I think I might like this. Alrighty, so cool. So we will use the gloss on top, but let's just quickly align our lip. I'm going to use this one from Melt. It's an orange, but the lipstick that I'm going to try, I only wore it once before. I got last year, you know, COVID, we don't wear lipstick as much. Oh yeah, it was Hell's Bells. And it was this orangey, pinky coral maybe. So I thought maybe this orange liner might be okay if I do it lightly. So I got this to go for other orange lipsticks that I have, but I thought that this would probably be a little bit closer for that coral color. And then because the lip gloss is a neutral shade, what color was this one again? In Petunia, that I thought it should be fine to put on top of this color as well. If not, oh well, we're just playing. Yeah, see, it's such a bright, almost more towards orange. So there we go. So that was from last year's Beautylish bag. I think everything I got really good use out of, except for the Jouer highlighter is a bit dark for me, but I have used it a couple times. So there we go. I love this formula. All right, and then we're gonna go on top. We're gonna stick a little bit of the Wayne Goss Petunia gloss on. We'll definitely go with other colors of lipstick that I got. Maybe I'll just stick it in the center. I like the minty, smells so good. There we go. I mean, you see the color better if I do it. Oops, did I get some orange on there? It did, there we go. So this stripe here is the actual color, but it got mixed in a little bit with the lipstick, but I think that's fine. I like the gloss, I've used it before. I just thought since it was part of my Beautylish bag, let's try it. So let's do that then. And then I'm going to quickly powder my face and then we'll do the highlighter. Should we do the highlighter first? Let's do the highlighter first. All right, so I've got this color wand here. So this is the Beauty Light wand, but I can never tell what color it's in. I think the little stickers come off. but it is that one there. Then I'm going to stick a little bit onto the sponge, and then we will, because I find that if I use the sponge, I can blend it out to be a bit more, to make it natural looking. Normally I do like my highlighter that you can see it from space. So just add a little bit more Charlotte Tilbury onto our look here. Actually, I'm really liking that eye look. I like that color. It's kind of bronzy green, like an antique bronze, so it has that kind of greenish tinge to it. So there we go. See, it gives a nice naturally look to it. I've been really enjoying it. I don't know why I wasn't using it before, but since I've been putting it in a project pan, I've enjoyed it. Then I'm going to quickly pop on some powder. Just always find if I blend things in a little bit, it gives a more seamless kind of look if you add a little bit of powder after. And then I'm going to give myself another spray. All right, so that's our look. I think what I want to do is put on some lashes and some mascara, and then we can come back and talk about the product. Okay, lashes on. So these are a pair of velour lashes. They're 3/4 ones. I got them when I got some velour lash glue, or the second lash glue. Yeah, they are pretty much at their end. I worn them a lot. It took a little bit to get them on because I couldn't quite get all the old glue off. But anyways, there we go. There's our lashes. So let's discuss what we use. So here is our eye look, our lip look, and a little bit of blush. So what do I think of the Charlotte Tilbury Smoky Eyes Are Forever? I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, granted, I only used the Power Eyes and the black of the Confident Eyes, but I mean, having used that Rebel palette as well, her quality is consistent. Depends on if you like the color story. So if you do like this color story and you want to pay, I think it's 100, did I put down 105, 120? Maybe it was 120 Canadian. Yikes. But again, it was part of my Beautylish. If it goes on sale or you can pay the full price, I would say go for it if you like that color story. It is good. The Danessa Myricks Color Fix Glaze. Yeah, so far, see, it doesn't feel super sticky. So I think if you really blend it, because even on my hand where I have a lot, it's starting. So it does seem to dry down, and then plus with a little bit powder over top. Yeah, I think this is totally usable, and I do like this color, and yeah, this is great. Like I said, I was kind of on the fence on this particular one in my box, but I do like it a lot, and of course I do like the Wayne Goss glosses, so that is a given. These little brushes are really, really good. They're so super soft. They're great. I like this. I would definitely try more brushes from Unit out for sure, or some of their other products. I did get a bag, a travel bag in last year's as well. Yeah, so the only thing that from this Beautylish bag that I'm not really using, though somebody did in my comments on my video, on my unboxing video, gave me a good idea that I could have used them for, but I have a friend that is a swimmer, so I gave her the 2 set of the Terry hair things that help dry your hair. So I think she will get 100 times more use out of it than I will, and she always makes me nice things, so I think she'll like them. But anyways, so that's my look, and I think that's it for me today. Hopefully this video isn't too long after editing. And yeah, if you'd like to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still open Beautylish boxes together and play with the products inside. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good day, evening, weekend, whenever time you're watching, if you're watching. And yeah, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.